Welcome to Tales of Honor, a podcast with a mission to tell the true stories of every recipient of our nation's highest military award, the Medal of Honor. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 443 of Tales of Honor podcast. I don't have anything really to go over. No birthdays until the 10th, and the only business to attend to on this episode would be to remind you to head over to talesofhonorpodcast.com, check out the sponsor links to help support those who help keep the lights on, and also to read these stories. Some people don't like just listening. They like to also read. So you can do that for every single story. There is a written blog post about it. And you can also learn how to support the show by helping fly the flag. And by fly the flag, I mean wear a t-shirt or hoodie with the logo on it to help tell others about the podcast. Other than that, I don't have anything else to go over. So let's jump right into today's Tale of Honor. Bernard was born in Grantsville, West Virginia on the 29th of December, 1911, and grew up in nearby Henrietta. While details of his early life are very few, it is known that when he was 30 years old, he enlisted in the U.S. Army in New York City. When Bernard deployed to Europe in support of World War II, he was a technical sergeant with Company I, 142nd Infantry, 36th Infantry Division, and it was his actions over 3 days that would earn him the Medal of Honor. The citation reads, "For fighting gallantly at Mittelveer, France, on the morning of 18 December 1944, he led a squad against a schoolhouse held by enemy troops. While his men covered him, he dashed toward the building, surprised 2 guards at the door, and took them prisoner without firing a shot. He found that other Germans were in the cellar. These he threatened with hand grenades, forcing 26 in all to emerge and surrender. His squad then occupied the building and prepared to defend it against powerful enemy action. The next day, the enemy poured artillery and mortar barrages into the position, disrupting communications, which Technical Sergeant Bell repeatedly repaired under heavy small arms fire as he crossed dangerous terrain to keep his company commander informed of his squad's situation. During the day, several prisoners were taken and other Germans killed when hostile forces were attracted to the schoolhouse by the sound of captured German weapons fired by the Americans. At dawn the next day, the enemy prepared to assault the building. A German tank fired round after round into the structure, partially demolishing the upper stories. Despite this heavy fire, Technical Sergeant Bell climbed to the second floor and directed artillery fire, which forced the hostile tank to withdraw. He then adjusted mortar fire on large forces of enemy foot soldiers attempting to reach the American position and, when this force broke and attempted to retire, he directed deadly machine gun fire and rifle fire into their disorganized ranks. Calling for armored support to blast out the German troops hidden behind a wall, he unhesitatingly exposed himself to heavy small arms fire to stand beside a friendly tank and tell its occupants where to rip holes in walls, protecting approaches to the school building. He then trained machine guns on the gaps and mowed down all hostile troops attempting to cross the openings to get closer to the school building. By his intrepidity and bold, aggressive leadership, Technical Sergeant Bell enabled his 8-man squad to drive back approximately 150 of the enemy, killing at least 87 and capturing 42. Personally, he killed more than 20 and captured 33 prisoners. By the time Bernard left the Army, the war in Europe was over, and he had reached the rank of Warrant Officer, junior grade. He received the Medal of Honor from President Truman on the 23rd of August, 1945, in a ceremony at the White House. According to his sister, Lorena, Bernard never married, but had been in a long-term relationship with a woman from England for 25 years. He had worked for the Veterans Administration after the war, and on the 8th of January, 1971, Bernard Pius Bell died at the age of 59 after choking on a piece of meat. He is buried in Arlington National Cemetery, Section 25, Grave 3840. And that was a Tale of Honor. Thank you for listening to Tales of Honor, and if you enjoyed the show, please be sure to subscribe and tell your friends and family. Tales of Honor is written and produced by Christoph Ambrose, and theme music is Loyalty and Duty by Floruz Music. If you have any questions, you can send an email to talesofhonorpodcast@gmail.com, and please be sure to visit talesofhonorpodcast.com for more episodes and information.